2-ish. I lied. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome to Hoard of Tales. It is Wednesday. It is not Tuesday. And you have arrived at one of the hottest places on Twitch, on YouTube, on the internet. And I am really happy to welcome you here. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ida. My pronouns are she and her. And I'm going to give a brief visual description of myself and invite everyone in the overlay as you see it to also do that themselves. And then we're going to explain why we're here and why we are shooting a CW sitcom, because look at us. So my name is Ida. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a Latina woman. I have tan skin, dark eyes, dark hair. I am wearing a pale blue top with some embroidery happening. I invite Caro to introduce yourself, your name, pronouns, and a visual description.
Hey, I'm Caro. Pronouns are she, they. I'm a Caucasian femme with long turquoise-colored hair, today put up backwards into a bun. And I wear black and white long sleeve. And I have my glasses on, which I don't use that frequently. So, yeah, I guess that's all.
Thank you. Krifu.
Hi, I'm Krifu. I use he, him pronouns. I am a white, pale, pinkish male person with brown hair and a brown goatee and a blue shirt today that has little popsicles on it.
Yummy. Delicious thing. Inez.
Hello, my name is Inez. I use she, her pronouns, and I am a Caucasian woman with a paper white skin, a shaved head, wearing blue and black makeup that is swooped all the way out. I have some cool earrings in. I'm wearing a black dress that is very fitting, and a nice necklace around my neck.
Totally. Thank you very much. Marcus.
Hello there. I'm Marcus, he, him pronouns. I am a pale Caucasian male with dark hair, a beard, glasses, and today wearing a dark red button-up shirt with a black tile to fix the hot theme today.
Hell yeah.
Very good. And also, I'm sure you're very grateful that the weather isn't so hot today.
Absolutely.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And Pan.
Hi, I'm Pan. I am a black mask person. My pronouns are he, they. I am wearing my signature grey beanie, a shirt with a possum on it, a flowery top, and my nails need doing, but they are semi-painted black.
Thank you, everyone. So we're here because we shouted in numerous places that the HoT team is getting hotter. And ta-da! Look at these awesome
hands.
people. So, as you may know, Hoard of Tales has been sort of run in the background, primarily by myself, Caro, and Marcus. And we have become great friends over the course of this endeavor. We've met a lot of amazing people, collaborated with them here and in other places. And ultimately, I don't know, I thought, wow, there are so many cool people. Wouldn't it be nice to plant some seeds in their heads about, bringing them over here? Like, it's not necessarily the dark side. We have cookies, but we got lots of really cool things. And
no
it
cookies?
worked. There's milkshakes. You're in my yard.
Okay. It's better than
Now
yours.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Diary-free milkshakes?
So that being said, you've seen a lot of myself, Caro, and Marcus, and we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be here, but I think we're going to be running less on fumes. We're going to be having more energy to do other cool things. Carol and Marcus, what say you about the new dynamic before we like really delve into these 3 new people?
Caro, you can go first.
No, you can go.
Well, all right then. I am, for one, very excited to have especially these 3 new faces on the team. When I got involved into Hoard of Tales, I didn't know at first that it would become this much more than just a weekly streaming game on a channel that Caro started. And now we're here with 6 people together, plotting ahead for the next projects we're going to do, games we're going to run here, and there is also this great energy just coming from a group of people who are, I feel at least, very much aligned in what they want to get out of this. So I am extremely hyped for this.
Yeah, from my side, I think they are all super hard weirdos, so they might fit perfectly into our group.
True.
Yeah.
To be fair, I never expected that there will be any kind of growth, or like not in that way. So it's a nice thing, and apparently, like this year is full of a lot of good surprises.
Because
Right.
a quick question: how
Yeah.
did Ida get pulled into all of this? Because I know Caro and Marcus were together on, I think it was the Rhyme Queen, Frost of the Rhyme. No, it was a never. It
No,
was a northern winter game.
that was the Ice Dragon
Exactly.
game.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I believe it was thereafter or during, there was a women in gaming event, and it was really bitty and it was cute, and it's like, oh, my friend Marcus, who I've known personally for years, like is there, so I'm sure I can like kind of like have some fun and play some games. And I did that, and I saw places where I could insert myself. And when you invite me to your home, I will dust and wipe and make myself very familiar with your kitchen cabinet drawers, and I nest. So it was like, oh, I noticed that there wasn't a Facebook post going live. How about I do that for you? Okay. And now you can't get rid of me.
Now this is where you
Thank God.
behold the marvelous Ida. She roosts wherever she comes and finds use for herself in whatever
Absolutely.
community she integrates herself into.
And if you open this drawer, you will see her home.
You can call me mother.
Marvelous.
But I kind of want to hear, or maybe the audience conjecturing wants to hear about who these 3 people are, because we've seen you before on this channel in different aspects. If we have friends who have seen us on other channels with the 3 of you, in not just Manifest Studios, but in other places collaboratively. So let's do it in the order of the overlay. Krifu. What's a Krifu?
What's a Krifu? It is a nickname, a family nickname that I've had since I was a kid. I don't know where it comes from, but it's always been Krifu, and at a certain point, that became my handle online as well.
I didn't even know that. That's
That's
so
way
cool.
too wholesome, dude. What?
That's really
That's what-
fucking cute. I
yeah,
love
what do
that.
you mean?
Thank you. Right away, I'm going to just announce this here. One of my new goals in coming into Hoard of Tales is to delete ums and ahs from my speaking process. So if I seem a little stunted or falter at times, it's because I'm reprogramming my mind.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm Krifu. If I can go into what a Krifu is, I am a German American who lives in Germany now after growing up and living in the States for many, many, many years. I am a TTRPG enthusiast. As Ida mentioned, I was a producer at Manipot Studios for the last 5 years, which is really ridiculous to think about, honestly. 5 years is a long time, and I'll never forget some of the amazing stuff we did over there. But as I migrated to Europe and began connecting with actual play folks in the European scene, that's how I came to get to know all of these wonderful people, and it really just makes sense for us to combine forces, fall under one banner, as it were, and really try to make something happen. And I'm very excited and agree that the vibrations are correct.
I like that. I like that very much. I didn't know that Krifu was a family name. I was like, oh, that sounds like a very clever, pithy, short, identifiable, good branding. Good branding. I was like, no,
Yeah.
Hey, it's just
Exactly.
organic.
I came with
Organic
it.
is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just like Chris, and then just you make something out of that. But it's a family
Chris
name.
F you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris
exactly.
F.U. That's what I
Chris
thought.
F.U.
No, because fu can be a diminutive, I guess, at sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm,
So little Krifu,
yeah.
Aw,
I
so
guess.
cute.
I really have no
Christian.
idea.
So you owe your parents like branding
Royalties.
money, right? Yeah, you own
Exactly.
royalties.
No, I don't
I
know
feel
them.
like I'm gonna tell
No.
you. I'm gonna tell your folks.
They own 51% of this company.
No, please.
I find it interesting how you mentioned how time flies. You mentioned you've been with Manapod for 5 years, running production there, and it's so relatable to what you say that time flies. Because I assume that for you it felt like that time flew because you were also doing a lot of stuff that you enjoyed doing, that you were
100%.
passionate about. And I find it similar with since I've been running games here on Hoard of Tales. Like you can't forget how fast time flies. I was thinking about it already when I was on when we were wrapping up the Convergence Manifesto like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, this was almost 2 years of running this game, and you
Wow.
completely forget how fast the time moves, which is great. If you do stuff you enjoy, time flies.
You've been at Hoard of Tales. The Ice Dragon campaign was like 6 months ish.
No.
About?
No, it wasn't
It was
that
a break.
long.
It wasn't that, but it was about half a year, I think. Approximately, give or take a few weeks.
But that was running in 2021.
It's a while, yes.
Because
Wow.
I remember those first few
That was
months.
2021, yes. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first month or
Wow.
two in Germany, evening would come and I would hop on Twitch, and I would be like, okay, who's playing? What's going on at like this time slot? And I found the Hoard of Tales. And I said, oh, okay, well, this seems like a diverse bunch. I'm hearing non-native speaking English accents, so I'm going to give it a follow because I was also very much trying to figure out what's going on in Germany, and not just not because I'm coming from the U.S. So all I know is English speaking stuff, and I wanted to hear a little bit more outside of my normal experience.
Yeah.
And good on you for finding that European community, because I found you, or I encountered you through Roll for Good, which is another European UK community
Yeah.
as well. I was like, oh, this guy, oh, he's an American. He and I are going to we're on the same wavelength. Get over here. Get over here. So happy to have you here. Oh my gosh. Another type A, fuck it, I'll just get it done personality.
It's only when it comes to actual play stuff that I'm like that. Regular life, no, not at all. But
Relatable.
because of
Relatable.
the role playing stuff, and the only reason I was seeking that European community was because I just left New York, where I'd had all my role playing community, and that's where the crux of Manapot today sits in New York. Has always sat in New York, honestly, and I was missing that. I ended up running a full Pathfinder adventure, solo Pathfinder adventure on my own channel because I was just itching for actual play content creation, and that's why I'm super excited to be here now and push and see what we can get.
Happy to have you here forever. Inez!
Hello. What is an Inez, huh?
Inez. Why is
well-
the accent backwards?
Well, it's my mother's second name. And it's derived from South American culture because my grandmother and grandfather are both from South America, Peru and Montevideo.
Oh.
And yes, so that's very cool. And so me, a trans woman, I was looking for a new name because my old one sucked. And my mom like sneaked it into the list of possible names, thinking I didn't know that was her second name, when literally her company's name had been Beautinez for so long. And I was like, of course I know that's your second name. Hello. So yeah, so I took it and ran with it, and it was very, very cute, and I like it. I like it a lot. It fits me, it suits me. It's found a home.
Yeah,
And why should we all have you as our collective succubus girlfriend?
Because I'm sexy. What? No, that name actually came from because my name was for years on socials was Inez666.
Yeah.
I've always had something with devilish things and all that stuff, and then I started playing video games, and people always told me like, you sound so sultry and sexy when you're in your like most relaxed positions, and like you sound like people would always say to me, your laugh sounds like a supervillain. And like I was like, you know what, I'll run with that. And I was like, what's the most cringe thing that I can come up with? So I was like, you know, I'll do in the video games, I'll do your succubus girlfriend. And then that kind of bled into the branding that I am now just succubus girlfriend, and I am your succubus girlfriend with your consent, as always. So yeah,
Consent is very, very important.
exactly.
And I remember the branding change. It was like I had the hardest time for the week or so spelling succubus when I was trying to tag you on Twitter.
Yep. No, absolutely. No, and I did it very suddenly too. Yeah, I did it exactly. No, I did it very suddenly too. It was like a change of heart. I was like, fuck this name. I also didn't really want like my government name to be in every single thing ever. So I was like, you know, I'll look for something else, something cute, something nice. And that's what came out. So yeah. I am a Dutch woman. I was born here, and I don't plan on leaving. I don't think, at least not for the
Keep your red passport book. It's a good one.
Exactly. Yeah, I've lived here my whole 23 years of life. What else? What else do I say?
How did you TTRPG? How that come?
How did I? So when I was 16,
so it was yesterday.
Where about exactly yesterday? I remember it clearly. It was I was 16. I found online TTRPGs through YouTubers that I followed, and so the first TTRPG game that I watched was this game called Dice Camera Action. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was the official D&D run game, and it was amazing, and I loved it. And I followed. I knew people from that show before that show, like, and then I started watching them, and I was like, this game's amazing. I need to find this for myself. I need to see if I can find somewhere to play this. And so I would go into the YouTube comments being like, where the hell can I play this? You know, like who runs these things? And then I heard from a lot of people that game stores usually have D&D nights. And so I went looking for stores in my neighborhood that ran D&D sessions, and sure enough, now I live closer to it now than I used to. But yeah, it's like right down the street there was a game store and they ran D&D sessions, and I came in the first day. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, "Hi, I'm coming here for the D&D nights." And they were like, "Did you sign up?" And I was like, No, I didn't." And they were like, "Ah, that's a shame. You should have signed up, because you have to do that. But you can always go upstairs and watch them play." And I was like, "You know what? That's actually not a bad idea." So I went upstairs, watched, never left. I
Never paid.
no, I did. I've been playing for years now. Absolutely.
Like,
but
are they like
that was the
Adventures
first-
League official games?
I
Or
think
just home
so.
run
Yeah.
games?
They,
Like with the
well,
registration number with certificates.
oh no. Well, yes, actually,
So
you're
AL
actually
legal.
right. Yes.
Wow.
So they were that was really cool, and I got like my own little card for sure. So that was
AL.
really fucking sick. Yes, but now the game store is gone, sadly, and we do home games, and it's very much not eventually official. It's very much homebrew and all that stuff. So, but with core things from the D&D stuff still. So, yeah, that's where I found my first TTRPG experience. And then I was like, okay, these people are streaming it. How do I do that? Since I
Mhm.
want to do that. I want to be online and do that thing. So I think the first stream I did was like a year afterwards, when I was 17. And
So half an hour ago.
exactly half an hour ago. I yeah, it was a very fun first game. Didn't know what I was doing except for play the game. I had so much fun, and I just kind of stuck around in that community. But since channels die, burn out, all that stuff, I started looking for different things, and I also started looking for things more in my area, since the American time zones weren't always that nice to keep up. So and they would be very mindful of my time zone, so be like 8 p.m. or like 9 p.m. So it was still kind of reasonable, but still like the scheduling was just insane. So I started looking closer, and I think that Menopot was the first EU stream that I ever played on. Yeah, so that was
Oh my god.
that was about what, 2 years ago now?
The first time when you mean Pan played
Yeah.
together on an EU happy hour.
That was about 2 years ago. And yeah, I think it was Krifu who came to me, since I was always on my Twitter promoting myself. I was always like, "Hi, I'm a creative. Please hire me. Please, I want to play games with you." And Krifu reached out to me, being like, "Hey, we have a spot on our happy hours, so come join." And I was like, "You got it, Chief. I'll bring a character."
Aw.
And yeah, that's where this whole journey started. Also, me, just like Ida, I just kind of went like, I'm here now, and I'm not leaving. So yeah, I kind of made my home there, and now this.
There's something nice and cyclical about this, because you got introduced to TTRPGs by watching people live stream it,
Yes.
and now you're at a point in the hobby where you are also live streaming it.
Where I'm
Like
the live
has
streamer.
come full circle.
It's
That's,
really sick.
beautiful.
Especially since, like, before I did TTRPG streams, I did streams of my own. I still do. And I had so much fun streaming, making my own little community. And I was like, if I can tell stories by combining this, that would be amazing. And that dream came true. So I'm
Are.
yay, here I am.
So,
It's so
happy.
cool.
Speaking of being here,
Yes.
Pan, I noticed, I see very faintly like the borders of the portal from the portal gun you've shot, and I see the outlines of my back door. How are you there and here at the same time? Where did that come from, your closing sentence? For context, tell us what does it usually say?
Which one? You put me on the spot.
Well,
That
yeah, there
you're-
is more.
No,
that
I am your
that you're
nemesis.
and you're outside my door.
I'm
waiting to
outside
get
your
out.
window.
Oh,
That's us.
yeah, that was just us. We always went on whenever we finished the show. Inez would always say, "It's me, your best friend Inez," and I
Yes.
thought it was very
I don't do
sweet,
that anymore.
but it was too sweet. So I had to make sure that people stayed scared. You know,
Saccharine.
I didn't want people. I want you guys out there feeling good and happy. Like, Inez, tell
Gotta
them
keep
how,
you on your
tell them-
toes.
Yeah, tell them you're their friend.
Well, yeah, I did that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't. I've changed the outro now to your
Inez is
sucky
no longer your
girlfriend with
friend.
your
She can't
exactly.
help you anymore.
But it used to be, "Hello, it's me, your friend Inez." I use she her pronouns, and then I would go into the whole spiel,
That's it.
and then Pan hooked
I
onto
just
it
couldn't
with
let it, I
like,
just couldn't let it stand. I couldn't let it stand that Inez was out here being everyone's friend, making them all feel safe. You guys in the
Okay.
chat, you're feeling safe. I had to make sure that you knew that I'm your nemesis. I'm trying to get you. Yeah, you know what yeah, dear Blue M, you particularly.
oh
you're up.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
Oh,
That's
So
right.
that the people you're coming after know, like they get to know their nemesis. Who are you? What's a
Oh
pan?
yeah, no, for sure. Well, it's much more personable if you know who's coming for you. Because
Exactly.
I'm Pan, and I have been doing all this for a little while, I guess. I came into tabletop stuff via streaming standard. I was doing like video games and things. I had a little chat thing going on, but I just enjoy talking to people at will. But I started listening to D&D podcasts because I didn't play. I had no one to play with out here. And I think I started with, oh God, for my sins, I believe it was the Adventure Zone balance, which I know is, it's got its whole thing. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah. But at the time, because I had no other options, I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And then I fell over into other shows as well, and NADPod as well, which I will still extol the virtues of this day. But I started watching streams, and I started getting to enjoy the personalities of people and such. And I'm not gonna lie, I may have just been very drunk when I tried to get in on Nanopod as well. Because I was like, that sounds like fun. Also, I'm half cut, so I'd love to do this. But luckily, Crifu and Inez was so lovely and so sweet that I forgot to leave because I was having such a good time. It's like when a cat comes into your house and it just kind of like makes it their place. Then.
I'm pretty sure
know.
that was the third like official EU happy hour, and it was about 2 years ago.
yes.
Yeah.
Not
Pan,
quite,
remember
not
that
quite,
game?
but almost.
What was
it
that
was
game?
it was a Pathfinder 2e game, and it was in like some weird little town. No, it was like a small city where the fountain that bubbled champagne magically naturally.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then we did a
Yeah.
sequel as well.
That's right. That was a fun game.
That was so cute.
Yeah. But no, I loved it so much, and I loved these two chuckleheads so much that I stuck around. So I was happy to be here. And
Because after that game, we became. I called us like the EU pen pals, and we were just chatting in Discord all the
Aw.
time.
Yeah.
absolutely.
that
It
is
was
cute.
really cute.
cute.
And then after that, we became like the Dream Stream team. Like
The
Dream
team.
Stream team.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That was
But
so cute.
it was fun. And while I was doing that, I got into like podcasting. I did quite a few podcasts, but I think my main ones were my Starfinder ones. I got really into Starfinder for a while, which then of course led us over into Space Flicks and Kill, which is where I played mostly with these guys as well. Also, I as well. And we had a great time with that. And Griffey won't let us come back with it. It's fine. I'm not mad. It's okay.
Can I just say, as someone who watched Space Flicks and Kill, that was a super fun crew to watch. That I really liked the characters in that, and as someone who I have never been a big fan of the Starfinder rule set, but I find myself coming back to watching it because I think the characters were also really fun, and it showed how Starfinder could be this bit more wacky sci-fi, this bit more pulpy sci-fi with some recognizable fantasy elements in it. And that was a really fun game to watch, Space Flicks and Kill. Great job on that.
That's so
Thank
sweet
you.
of you to
Thank
say.
you.
Love that.
That's
Thank
really
you.
good.
Because that was cobbled together from old Starfinder Society scenarios.
Like
Mm.
I'll
Just-
fully say that Crifu like pulled out of the bag. Like every
That's
week I'd be
really
like,
great.
Crifu's gonna handle this right. I'll just be big and dumb. He'll handle this.
They're actually Paizo is now taking those same scenarios and releasing them as its own separate adventure path for
I'm not
Starfinder.
saying it's because of us, but
Mm.
you know.
It's
Yeah,
because
not
of
saying
us.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't you take royalties for that,
Yeah.
Paizo?
exactly.
Mhm.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Yeah. But no, I fell in love with the TTRPG community, podcasting, streaming, and and I think I'll be doing it for a while, and hopefully I'll be doing it for you guys for the foreseeable future. I've
Next couple
had a very
years
good
at
time.
least.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for
Hell
sure. I will definitely have a nicer background that either makes you feel inadequate with her. So.
Well, your background is nice. I
It's
like
First
it.
time live on stream. The
Look at
best.
that! Look
Wow!
at that! I don't have my cat's not even here to make me look cool,
Oh, come on.
right?
But
You look cool.
Pam,
enough.
that's a shelf full of books in your background, right? Is it like is it books or am I
No,
just
it's
utterly
books. It's
mistaken?
books.
I
It's
thought
definitely
Marcus
not
were going to
porn.
say, no, cat joining the stream is my shtick.
I have a dog too. I can do the dog. You do the cat. That's fine.
Bring in all the pets.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
in
yeah.
all the pets here.
Yeah, that would be so noisy. You don't want that, guys. You don't want it.
I mean, that's sort of the flavor we have here. I mean, Marcus's cat is absolutely an honorary member.
Oh. Well then, okay,
He's
we can do it then. But yes, they are all books. They're not porn. They're a variety of like comics and oh no, there's
It's
some
good.
porn. But
It's not
otherwise,
all
it's mostly
porn.
books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Exactly,
top
it's
shelf
not
is
all.
definitely like 70% not.
It's really good that you mentioned that because my next question was like, oh, if that's a shelf full of TTRPG books, what's like your favorite book on that shelf? But knowing the contents now, I'm not sure if
I
we
kid.
wanna go
I've
in
got
there.
TTRPG on there. Let's see now. We've got we've got the Master RPG. We've got some Starfinder stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. That's no, that's definitely porn. Anyway,
I mean, props on collecting paper porn. What era are we in?
listen, it's hardback. I am a collector of fine art. All right.
They are picture books. Thank you.
Mhm. It's
Also, I buy a
art,
lot of
it's art.
commissions.
Oh, man. I love the three of you, and I'm so happy that we're going to be officially working together. Like people still have their own collective streams. We're all respectively going to be on other different projects.
Mhm.
Like I know for sure, last night I was spamming my applications to Phantom Arts' full day.
Yes!
I have to get on
TTRPG.
that.
I'm so
Oh, I have to get on
glad.
that. Yes.
Who
good
else
point.
applied? Who else applied?
I
Not
will,
yet.
as soon as we're done here, I'll
The
remember to
deadline
do it.
passed, Inez.
Today's the day.
okay.
Oh, wasn't I thought tonight is the
Is
deadline.
tonight deadline?
Tonight, yesterday, midnight.
Tonight, I'm pretty sure.
Inez, you
After
and me,
this
let's
stream,
get it down to this. Yeah, I'll remind you.
Scheduling wise doesn't work out for me, but please.
It's on our Discord. If you join our Discord, we actually post casting calls for, especially for streams that are within the UK European community time zone, because they're really underrepresented, and that's why we get heckin' excited when really cool storytellers offer spots at the table.
Yeah, I
Which
will
is-
point out actually that like finding a European group was a godsend. Like I did lots of American groups, which is lovely, but I'm so tired, so very tired.
I think
So
that's what
super happy to be here with this.
when we first started the EU Happy Hour, there were, Inez, you said this was my first TTR actual play stream at a regular time in
Yeah.
our time zone.
Yes,
Regular.
in our zone, yes.
And that was the first time I heard that, but definitely not the last, from many different people who have come through the happy hour, who said, "Wow, it's so nice to like start a game before midnight."
Yeah.
And it boggles the mind. Even when I was living on the East Coast, I wouldn't stay up for West Coast games. Like, sorry, lost LA by
2 hour
night.
difference, right?
I'm
East
not gonna stay up till 2
Coast.
a.m. Yeah, no, like, so it's like you said, it's really nice being with people in the same time zone.
Also as a
Absolutely.
consumer, of TTRPG streams, it's really it sticks out how few European time zone regular streams there still are.
Yep.
Most of the big ones, of course, come from the States. And I mean, we can all watch the VODs and stuff like that. But it's different if you can like live join a game and be in the chat and for like geek out with people in chat about something that's happening in the game. And that's just not possible if you have to get up in the middle of the night or in the early morning to still catch a glimpse of any game that's running, which is one of the things which I also think is really cool, to come together here as a group and provide more streams, TTRPG streams, for a European time zone.
Absolutely.
Super appreciated. And the very few European streams I did see, eventually I started looking for them. And I would assume that most of them are UK because they're in English language. I assume that there are streams in other communities and other countries with their respective language, but the algorithm doesn't recommend them to me because, you know, my computer's all set to English language. But most of them I'm like, oh, great. Who's on this cast? Oh, it's all white men.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not even gonna lurk. Bye. Bye.
And on
Just
top
like,
of that,
damn.
they're usually closed casts. So it's a group of people that they're probably friends. They're playing together every week, but there are no opportunities to let other people come in and get involved or send out invitations and bring on guests onto the channel. And so I think Hoard of Tales is truly one of the very, very few European actual play channels that actively builds and grows community.
Yeah, and you guys always like really put the work in as well, like really push for it, which I think is great. Like it's really heartening to see you guys like, you know, be out there and do it hard, because you don't, like Chris said, you don't see it enough or often at all.
No, it's also always interesting when we're casting for any of our events on the channel to see people who might not have much streaming experience, who still come and sign up and come and try out. I want to try this thing out. I want to see what it's like to play this hobby on a live stream. And that also creates an entrance for these people to maybe discover a new aspect of their hobby that they wouldn't get a chance to try otherwise. And it's really exciting when you then afterwards hear people saying, oh, this was so cool. We were playing this online and people could watch it with people in chat. That's really something. And I think that's part of the community building that we also want to do as a channel, to bring people into this, because I think it's more fun. I mean, the more the merrier, right? We get more people in and we can share all the fun we have here.
And those new people resonate. I assume I'm projecting. They resonate with us. They see our community and they're like, oh, I have a place there. I'm not the token non-American anymore here. We've had people from Malaysia come in. We have people from Southeast Asia, from India come in. Side project has someone from Venezuela who comes in and plays in here as well, because they know the challenge of staying up for the time zones. They know the challenge of being in a table where everyone's talking about that American thing, but they are not aware of that. That's not their everyday. That's not their culture. They feel ostracized. Like, no, we're all equally on a plane. Sure, we all have common things, but we don't all have to talk about Takis chips. Or whatever the kids are eating now.
Whatever the kids are eating.
Whatever the kids are eating now.
I'm a dirty millennial. Come for me.
Oh my god.
Hey, y'all, you want to go out and go eat some Takis chips as we
Oh,
go over
what
and
are
do
you, a
what the kids
millennial?
do?
Get out of here.
I mean,
How do you do, fellow kids?
My grocery store has just started stocking Takis, so there's something to
mine
it.
too.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Exactly. There's some chips called Takis, and they
No,
come in
me
lots
neither, it's very
of
funny.
spicy flavors.
Many
I-
spicy flavors. Yeah.
But that's the point. Our community tends to be communities that aren't necessarily all focused on one culture that seems to assume that they are the center of the universe. Yes, there's a separate stream, separate content we can have about social, political hegemony and influences, but we're cool being a international collective. We're cool accepting very varied and different people without making assumptions about what standard and common and normal is.
Yeah, 100.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, we have so much we're going to do. So I think during our previous meetings, we said that was also one of the goals we had about changing a European stream is or looks like. Does anyone remember what some of the points we discussed about that?
Yes.
Quickly
Quickly pulling up a Google Doc.
Oh my god.
This is not scripted,
Look-
but we just
Look,
happened to
look,
talk
look,
about
look at
it.
us being professionals. We keep meeting notes, which we can pull up
Ooh.
if we don't remember. This
Look
is,
at us.
Nerds.
Look at us.
I'm just quickly
Not
doing an email to
necessarily
Tucky's Chips for a
nerds.
sponsorship real quick.
All right,
Actually.
we had
No,
4
absolutely.
goals of the channel in our initial merger meeting.
Oh my god.
Goal number
Wow.
1: grow a community, comma, build a brand in EU, UK that is recognizable.
Mhm.
I like that too. There's boundaries on that goal. We're not saying be the best actual play channel, where we want to be recognized. Okay,
But we're
this
doing a
goal.
good job.
I think one
And
thing I'd love
as a
to do
hobby.
would just be like, if you know, to be at a convention and have somebody go, "Hey, I enjoyed the show."
yeah.
Goal number 2: perform on stage at a convention.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That is a
So
doable, achievable
you're wa-
goal.
if you're watching this and you happen to organize conventions, there are 6 people here who are an absolute blast to have at your convention. We
Mhm.
can run any game. We can pick any characters. We're going to make sure that your audience is going to love it. So if you want us there, just reach out.
Huh?
We would,
Roll
we would
initiative,
even
Tom?
dress up for it.
We dress up for
Exactly.
it. We
Yeah.
have production experience. We have technical experience. We have documentation and marketing and asset creation experience.
Exactly.
You
Mhm.
want us? Please sponsor us for this.
You want us
That's
to
a
do this
plug.
in
I
diff-
know you're watching.
You want
I
us to
know
do
you're
this in different
watching.
languages? We learn different languages for you if you want us. This is
We
We
got
will
at
learn
least 3 German
Spanish.
speakers here. We could do half of it in German. So
Meine Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut, so I'm.
we got
There you
What
go.
Texas?
speakers.
Then
That was-
choosies. Okay, choosies.
The third goal that we had listed in our merger meeting was to change the face of actual play in Europe. As Ida mentioned, a lot of the actual play channels out there are very
Homogeneous.
homogenous is a nice way of putting it. Bland, basic are other ways
Mayonnaise
of
on
putting
Are you
white
making
bread.
fun of my pumpkin spice latte? Is that what it is?
No.
Okay.
it. Pumpkin
No.
spice would be a spice. Some of these channels don't have any spice.
Wow. The
Ken,
reading,
you're
the
very
library
based
is
for drinking
open.
pumpkin spice, so I give you that.
Oh my god.
And our fourth goal was to spotlight indie TTRPG creators.
Mm.
Yeah, which I think is, especially since we see, at least from me, from my feelings, the TTRPG community has grown over the last years. More and more people come into the hobby, and
Yeah.
there's of course certain games that have a very strong brand recognition
Classy.
and will have also market domination there. But I think one of the things that always excited me about TTRPGs and what's kept me in this hobby so long is to see how many types of RPGs there are, how many ways there are to play this hobby, how many different mechanics there are. And especially in the indie TTRPG community, there's such a pool of cool new ideas that come up, different ways of using mechanics, different ways of playing games. And it cannot be underestimated how important it is that there's this indie element to the hobby and that these games get played, get highlighted, and get their time in the spotlight and get to as many people as possible, because they are exactly what makes this hobby so colorful and vivid.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, my online experience, excuse me, especially on like Twitter and stuff, I see so many like independent TTRPG creators. And there's some games out there that, like, you know, really interesting ideas, really fun vibes, and I'd love to be able to, like, you know, show them off more. I played a game of Honey Heist actually for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I'd never played before, but I was like, wow, this is so fun, and it's just some dude wrote like one page of just like at first babble, but what a fun game. And they've made several others. Jason Stathem's Big Vacation is one I'm going to play next, and I want to go on from there. I was previously very much about the big boys, you know, your D&Ds, your Pathfinders, and so on, because that's just what I saw people playing. But excuse me, sorry, the pumpkin spice is getting to me. It's
Another European rejecting spice, yet having it.
But I've seen so many amazing creators coming out with really wild and out there ideas. I'd love to try them all. I played a game called Gaslands a little while back, where you have to use like little actual toy cars, which is hilarious. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there that I think I'd love to see people like show off more. And if I could be part of that with the team here, all the better.
That's totally on the menu. That's totally the plan. You were talking about the Grant Howitt games who made Honey Heist.
Yes, that was it.
At the last Roll for Good, we played Himbo Treasure Hunt, which is also a one-pager by Grant Howitt.
Nice.
It's a great title.
It-
And we were
love
talking earlier about the Phantom Ant Arts doing his event, and one of the games is also a Grant Howitt game called Eat the Reich.
Ooh.
yeah.
You're vampires, and you got to
I'm sold.
Ines, calm down. Calm down.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm sold.
and you need to get rid of the Nazis.
I'm so
I'm
sold.
sold. I'm sold.
And
Yeah.
it's a game based in The Hague.
I'm so sold. Oh my god.
Ines, can you imagine if we do the best friend nemesis shtick? We just keep killing Nazis anyway.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, that would be so
Phantom,
cool.
if you're watching, because we're big fans. So no pressure, but test us.
Yeah, get us in there. That's good fun. That's good fun.
Yeah,
feel
in a
like-
private game, when I was in Norway, we played big gay orcs of Grand Hood.
I'm listening.
Mhm.
It's a great game. It's a great game because everyone, you need to have like 6 players or so, and everyone has a role. Like even the lead of the table is basically with a separate role.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Well, I've got like there's so many games I'd like to try out and such. I even played a My Little Pony one a little while ago on
love
stream.
Hmm.
There's a whole bunch. There's a whole world out there past. As much as I love your D&Ds and stuff, there's a whole world out there past. And I'd love to be part of bringing that to you, the viewers, and also to me, the player.
Yeah, to be honest. Oh no, go ahead,
Go ahead,
please.
No, go ahead, Eunice. Go ahead.
All right. To be honest, I am scared of trying new things. As always, I am a neurodivergent who loves sticking to their guns, and honing in on one thing and being very good at it. And one of those things is Vampire the Masquerade. I love Vampire the Masquerade. If you say the word, I will be there. But for sure, I don't get me wrong, I do love trying out new things. That's why I tried out playing Pathfinder with Matapot in the first place, which I had played once before, I think. So yeah, I do like trying new things and all that stuff. So I'm very excited to see what we're gonna bring with that. It's gonna be very, very interesting. So hell yeah.
And that's not to say we're never going to ever not play games like D&D, Pathfinder,
Exactly.
Vampire, Monster Week, etc. I mean, I understand that there's definitely two sides to the coin, because it is powerful and marketable. That also makes it accessible. That also means other people try to hang their star to that rising comet, and thus make there's a lot more tutorials for D&D and Pathfinder than there is for like name any other in the system that, for example, has less eyes on it. Both can be fun. You can also say, aside from the market dominance, whatever it is, that you've been there, done that, not for me. I prefer a more narrative. I prefer crunchy. I prefer actual horror, because 5e does not limit itself to horror. You're heroes. You have to defeat the old gods. Nothing's really going to hurt you. You're heroes, etc. I can go on forever and ever. So we can have it all.
Yeah, just because you have salad on some days doesn't mean that you never eat pizza again. So you can have it all. It's a buffet, and you're limiting yourself if you only pick one of those things.
Put salad on the pizza
and put it into your salad, Marcus.
Taking a little pizza, putting it into my salad.
Yeah,
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I would
Put
play.
salad on your pizza.
Okay, here let's quickly brainstorm this. This game has 2 stats. You have the stat salad and the stat pizza, and your goal is to finish the buffet before the rest can finish it.
Oh my god!
I think we got
I
something.
think we're onto something there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grant Howard, contact us.
Can we bring the pineapple? When's the
I know
pineapple
you're
coming?
watching. So
Pineapple. Ooh.
Are we ready to open this discussion?
That's the problem player. The problem
Is
player
Not
comes in
here
there
to
like, I would be
ostracize the
pineapple.
Italian community. Sorry.
This is
Exactly.
I love
We're
all
not.
of you, but I'm not sure we're at this point where we can
Oh,
have this
God.
conversation.
Listen, I'm just
To be
saying.
fair- I don't
wanna
I'm just
lose my
saying.
job
we're
again.
We're called Hoard of Tales, HoT. We can make this game. We call it Pizza Hot. Okay, I'm just saying.
Oh
I'm just saying. I'm copywriting that. I'm copywriting that. Grant Howard, I see you. I see
yes, TM that shit.
you. Yep.
Goddamn.
TM.
Quick, we need
you were
an
saying, Caro?
Ashcan version of this game. Quick.
You were saying, Caro?
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, now I'm invested. Now I want to know. Please.
Yep.
Mm.
No, it's too late. I'm sorry. That's too late.
Ah.
Mm.
There's times for things, and this time is up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm really curious what the early days of Hoard of Tales was like, even before Ida and Marcus.
Mm.
Chaos. I mean, it's
I,
not
I, I mean,
chaos.
I'm not here for tea or shade, like for whoever
No.
your co-conspirators
No.
were, but
But
what can you
what
share
got you-
about that?
I mean, it was much more different. After all, the channel in itself, I created this kind of like a little bit out of spite. Like most of the projects that I do, they are basically starting out of spite of over things that I don't like. Because that's my real personality. I hate shit and I make other shit because I don't like other stuff.
Fair, fair.
Good for you. Good for you.
So what specifically made HoT different? How is this shit different than the shit you were rebelling
Okay,
against?
as some people know, HoT got created as in the beginning as a German speaking channel. So and during that time, the most popular German speaking channels for TTRPGs, especially D&D, because that was like a few years back, that it's still the top notch of everything. They were male dominated. So the most German speaking streams are still male dominated, but there are slowly other voices coming in as well. And yeah, and I basically wanted to have something where I could basically also show, okay, other people can do stuff as well. So basically, like going in as a femme DM, because there was basically, as far as I could tell, not really anyone else there. So as you know, that it comes with a lot of problems to this, because you need to grow like a community, people watching you, yada yada, and that's I still think, especially in the German community, this is very hard to do. To be different than the others, to reach the channels where it matters, because there are so many little different websites, projects, yada yada, where you actually need to engage to, so that other people even see your stuff. So yeah, basically invited back then a few friends from other channels where we played together beforehand to have a game together. So in the end, I basically I did a lot of stuff like production overlay, yada yada. There was this one I think 2 years in the row where I did the Women in Gaming basically on my own. The first year was like just one stream. The second year was like all over the place with a lot of NA people and like streams that went in the middle of the night that I all produced on my own. So it was a lot of stuff and a lot of stress, and at some point I basically burnt out from this, also because of a lot of other events happening during the time. So yeah. So yeah, and with the Ice Dragon game, it slowly started to turn into like an English-speaking channel, since I already started to have like bilingual streams, some in German, some in English-speaking, and yeah, I mean you can still see it on YouTube. So it's part of the HoT history. So and I think it's okay to show that that there was a time where we did other stuff as well.
No. And I want to, me personally, thank you for taking those risks. And I think it's unfortunate that they're seen as risks, to, oh my God, have women and femme on channels. Oh my God, people of color on channels. Oh my God, we have queer people on channels and on European channels, because we're not like those woke people. That's them. We have a different history. It's better here.
I mean, it's kind of scary because, like, let's say like 2 years back or so, and since I'm still good friends with some of the creators in Germany, and you sometimes see like newer creators or like very large voices coming up, and what they actually bring. And where it's like, okay, you have this one creator who is making a stream for like, so yeah, what it is to be uh, a woman in TTRPGs, but doing it in such a sexistic way and not
Hmm.
realizing it.
I know who you're talking
So
about.
yeah. So some people know, and it's
Hmm.
and this shit happened. And I played on a stream where the host of this was also I would say in his own way sexistic without realizing it. So and you need to go through a lot of hoops. You need to jump pretty high and pretty often so to even reach something.
But it's worth it changed. That experience I had, my very first Women in Gaming month on Hoard of Tales, was a very important experience for me. It was the first time I played ever at a table of all women and femme. It was the first time I played at a table with other queer women and femme. It was the first time I played with other POC, and it was the first time I played with anyone who was neurodivergent and disabled, all in one table. My very first time. And
Wow.
before that, my default experience was playing at all white tables, and usually, most of the times, the only woman or femme there. And me personally, my close friends, regardless of their genders, are good, amazing, kind, open people. Like, I don't have any qualms about the people I have played RPGs with IRL. But at the same time, eventually it was like, no, but I had that experience. There was something different. There was like this, I didn't have to hold emotional baggage. I didn't have to code switch. Even though my other people would have been like accepting and normally fine, that was the thing I subconsciously did, which I was able to let go of at that table. And then I started seeking out more of those tables. And since joining Hoard of Tales, I know it's been my personal agenda to ensure that this kind of table is like first and foremost uplifted, encouraged, and celebrated. Even if it goes against the norm, even if I'm constantly deleting comments of YouTube saying, why you have your pronouns on? I'm like, I want to type fuck you, but I'm better than this. So just delete, block.
Hmm.
Like,
It's good for
I'll personally
engagement,
say that
but
I
I should
really
delete it.
appreciate that
Yeah.
on my part. I really appreciated that you've like really spearheaded and championed that.
Mm.
And I mean, honestly, like the fact that you did it at all, like as a woman on the internet, like bravo. That's tough shit. You got to do a lot of bullshit to do it, and you're a tough ass. Well done. Like
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was honestly impressed enough that I was like, "Man, I would have loved to have done that, but I don't have that kind of chutzpah.
Mm.
So seeing you do it was like, wow, good stuff.
But you also see either because of the experience you got to see something else or to experience something else. So that's also why Women in Gaming is one of my favorite projects, because it gives people the opportunity to experience something else, especially well, exclusively women and femme.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that I have to say that was also Women in Gaming was also my first stream on Hoard of Tales, I think. And I that was a very good one. I loved it. And I think it was also my first all women table. I had played on tables before where it was mostly women over men, but this was my first time playing like an all women table, and it felt so freeing and so liberating, and I was like, wow, this is a really really good cause. So hell yeah. I fully support the women in gaming. It's amazing.
Fully support this being what Europe, UK. When I say Europe, I mean United Kingdom too.
Yes.
Fuck Brexit, whatever. But
No comment.
We're talking
no comment.
geographically, not politically.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Eventually, it should. I mean, we could even widen it to EMA, like Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We're all in the same time zones as
EMEA.
well.
Technically, we could also say it's kind of like the Eurovision room, which also includes like
Australia.
I mean,
Yes,
If we're
Why
gonna
not?
compare ourselves to Eurovision, does that mean that once per year we're gonna have like a TTRPG, which is basically a musical where we all have to perform? Is
I
that
don't
something
know.
we're gonna do?
Oh, I have to go.
So you mean
that's
turn the beat around?
possible.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Okay, Marcus, you and I will do it. God.
I'm
Yeah,
there.
no,
I'm
I'll
there.
We'll
support
do
that.
it.
I've got my karaoke set list.
I'm not sure if my voice is good enough to sing on stream.
Oh no, nobody
your-
wants to hear me sing. That's
And what's
just
your
to clarify
go-to
that.
karaoke then, Krifu? What is it? What's number one on that list?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
God.
Sia's Chandelier works
Oh!
really well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good. Good shout.
Love it.
Or
Love that.
Dreams from Fleetwood Mac is a great one on my list.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Love it.
Among other things, it's a rotating list.
I think I can
Hell yeah.
probably do "Don't Fear the Reaper" by Blue Oyster Cult.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow,
that's
that's a
all
good
rock
one.
band that gave me that one there. I had to 100% it. So
Very good.
yeah, I got that down. Other than that,
Amazing.
I will shrink into a ball and disappear.
My go-to is Isla Bonita by Madonna.
Ooh.
Yes!
Ooh, damn.
And despite that whole spiel I gave, I'm ashamed to say it, but I can perform very well Weird Al Yankovic's White and Nerdy. Rap.
Work.
Oh god.
The irony is not lost
I
on
want to
us.
hear your go-to songs, even if you're there's it's no obligation that you're actually going to sing them. But if you could, what would be your favorite song to karaoke? And then we're gonna like take a break to refill our water bottles.
So
Yeah, because I
was
haven't-
on
God.
Go ahead.
I was in an exchange semester in Denmark years ago, and there were these bunch of Hungarian guys who were a blast to hang out with. And for some reason, whenever we had the chance to do karaoke, they wanted to do The Killers' "Mr. Brightside."
Ooh.
And
Oh,
yes.
that somehow that also became my go-to karaoke song. Like, you don't even have to be able to sing. Everyone in the karaoke booth can sing along to that song, and there's energy in it, and there's power. And every time it comes up on my shuffle on my Spotify playlist, I think back on very fond times on that exchange semester. And I hope those Hungarian guys, Balázs, Zalás, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well. Call me. That's,
Oh.
Oh, I
That's what
100%
it
did
is.
that on Guitar Hero, absolutely. Hera, what would be, or what you wish could be your go-to karaoke song?
Oh god, I have so many that I
What's
actually
like your top
love.
3?
No, I actually like one of my favorite songs okay, I can't basically sing nearly every song of this artist, but like Nothing to Lose by Asbjørn. He's a Danish artist and he's gay.
Yes.
But he is basically this world set list of songs that are so like where you say like so yeah that's basically it. He touches some feelings that
Love it.
so I love this so great artist, you should see him live.
All right.
It's different.
I've never done a karaoke. I've never done one. Never in my
Oh.
whole entire life have I done a karaoke. But if I had
Oh.
to, I think it would be number 1, Ariana Grande Tattooed Heart, I
Mhm.
think. And then after that, maybe some, I don't know, like Mariah Carey something. I would yeah.
Well, it's
I
nearly
would be-
Christmas.
You got
so
that
can get
whistle
on that one.
tone or what?
I do. I do.
Girl,
I
I'm
do.
gonna call you. We're gonna go to Rotterdam and rent a room. Marcus will be there.
I will be there. I will be there.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
All right. So everyone, we're gonna take a break because we have to go now. Google and YouTube our respective karaoke videos.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna be out. Let's say, how would we be feeling? 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
Fine, yeah.
yeah.
minutes.
Yes.
5. So it's 8. So math plus 5 that past the hour. And we're going to be back very soon. Thank you for hanging around. And we're just going to chat a little bit more after the break. So I'll
Stick
see you in
around,
a
kitties.
All right, take care.
bit. I lied. We're live.
What? Wait, what?
Hi. No, really.
How dare
Hi.
you?
Oh,
Back.
How dare you?
Why?
Because for the organic funnies.
Organic
Hi.
bunnies. Hi,
Some of
friends.
us might have still been getting dressed when
Yeah,
you do
I'm
this.
fully
How
naked.
dare
I
you?
should
Yeah,
have done
yeah.
that even sooner, though. And you're welcome, everyone. Thank you for having us. If you haven't followed us, we'd really appreciate that, and we're really grateful. If you're so inclined and you enjoy what you're seeing here, you like these faces in whatever state of dress they are before you on the screen, we'd appreciate that sub. And if you happen to have an Amazon Prime subscription that you're not really using, you can pop that in for us too. We really
Absolutely,
love that.
going on that.
We have some ideas. We absolutely want to, start supporting the people we are inviting to our channel. And if you are in our shoes, you know that what we do, despite it being a hobby, takes legitimate spoons. And sometimes you have to treat it like work. Sometimes you have to go agile. Sometimes you need tickets and checklists and spreadsheets. And you know what? It'd be cool to see some rewards for that and be able to reinvest it back in our community. So anything you can do. That also includes engaging in our chat. Thank you so much for everyone sending their well wishes and
Appreciate.
popping those cute emotes. We have a Discord that you can see down below. And you know what? I'm jumping the gun. I'm already started here. We have a YouTube where you can see all of our VODs. The VOD of this is going to be up in a few days. Hi to me in the future from the past. Our previous campaigns, where you've also seen Krifu, Inaz, and Pan as well. We do a lot of funny shorts, and you can definitely do that. And I wonder if you'll join us for this Krifu, Ines, and Pan. I've started a cringe trend that Kara refuses to latch onto. But when I say youtube.com and I say the thing that comes in between Hoard of Tales, I do an awful motion with my arms over my face. Would you like to join me?
What are you
I'm
talking about?
willing to
It's
take a
tapping.
look, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, you're on the Kara
Oh
side.
no, absolutely not. I refuse.
Yes,
Yep.
I will. Of course I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, yeah.
Of course I will
Absolutely follow
participate.
us for the
I
cringe,
have a
for
wreck
the
to
coolness
preserve, and I cannot be seen
at
dabbing.
youtube.com/Hoard of Tales. Oh, I
Nope.
love you.
I'm with Carol. Nah, let's go. You and me, Carol.
I
we're
will
too cool
commit
for this.
cringe for the rest of my life. Let's go.
I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
waiting-
there soon.
I am waiting for the day that one of my coworkers comes up to me and is like, "I found you doing this on YouTube." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "I have no regrets. This is who I am, buddy."
To be fair, 90% of my day is absolutely cringe, so I don't need that in the
There you
evening.
go. There you
I would
go.
be
Valid.
hungry
Valid.
and imported by people if they caught me dabbing in public.
Oh, come on. Live a little.
I have a reputation to uphold.
As
Yeah,
a Minotaur
Mhm.
daddy,
Fine.
as a prior Minotaur daddy, I have
as
to
a
uphold my word.
brony.
Whoa, whoa. just a
You did
furry,
that
okay? Let's
thing.
be cool about this.
So you can find all our cool content at YouTube as well. We are also on Twitter. I will never call it whatever the muskmelon is calling it now. We're also at Hoard of Tales, but that's Hoard_of_Tales.
Mhm.
We are on Blue Sky, where the skies are clear. There's breezes. The grass is green. You can find us at Hoard of Tales, all one word. We're waiting for the day where I can upload videos and GIFs. Don't come
Yeah.
for me there as well. But you know where you
GIFs.
can see cool videos? Our brand spanking new Instagram as well. Also at Hoard of Tales. Thank you, Krifu, so much for taking the initiative to run that, because I cannot. I get meta just.
I scroll Instagram anyway. I'll do it.
Yay!
Oh yeah, also to add something on that, don't forget currently on Twitch there is September.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Your sub is 25% off. If you want to join us right now, please go ahead.
Oh, I did this way. I'm trying to get
Also-
rid of the new heart.
Also, the entirely brand spanking new that doesn't have any clips yet. A TikTok that you could also follow, maybe.
Oh my goodness, you're right. We have that up. It
absolutely.
exists, and it's going to
It
have our
exists.
reels and shorts soon.
Absolutely. Very, very soon. I'm the one helming that because I'm the 23-year-old here. I'm the 23-year-old who
Hello,
knows how
fellow
TikTok
kids.
works. So I'm gonna do my best. I swear. Timely uploads.
You're our channel baby.
Yes. Oh, I'm so young. Oh my
what
god.
would what would happen if we post a compilation of our dabbing to a TikTok? Like, what kind
Get
of
cancelled. You get like they actually
No.
they
No,
ban you off
people would love
TikTok out
it.
here if you have
No. No,
over
Like,
dab.
people would
You
love
They
know,
love it. They love it.
you know, this is kind of like that stuff that old people do at this point. It's like because it's
should
a
I
trend
floss?
that it's a trend that
Exactly.
is ages ago
know.
by
You want us to
now.
go?
So
You want us to
it's
go
like,
viral
yeah.
for being
I know.
bad at trends?
I know. Oh my god. I saw you doing that. That was, oh my god. Oh god. Now that was cringe. There we go.
Please sub so I can stop.
Yeah.
So that's what we have on socials. New team, new energy, new outreaches because people are leaving the Twitter in drones. People are confused or don't have the invites for Blue Sky, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to try to be everywhere. Speaking of trying to be everywhere, we're trying to get a lot of other people, especially indie creators, especially those outside North America. So far, the focus has been EU and UK. This started with just talking to the GM, the creator of a campaign we ran here at Hoard of Tales called Secrets of the Heart for a system called Aether, which is a playing card-based system instead of dice. And it was really dynamic, really cool to watch, an amazing story with an amazing table. And the GM was so enthusiastic and like tickled to like, oh my God, someone is streaming my game. I've made it. And you're like, yeah, fuck you have. It's really cool. And they were really receptive to being invited to just chat about the system, what it took about. And it was also really great to see because we have a fellow forever GM nerd, Marcus, helming that. What are your other dastardly motivations behind just trying to steal time of very busy designers?
That's the number one motivation, obviously. I just want to put myself into everyone's calendar so people know who I am. No, basically, as Ida already presented so clearly, what I think often gets under highlighted in the entire TTRPG scene is the people behind the games that we play, and then especially behind the indie games that we play. And I think that many people who have the drive to create their own games, they have a reason to start making their own games. And I want to know what got them into designing games and got them into designing the game that they actually made. What were the inspirations? How did they play test the game? What did they discover while writing the game? And what kind of unexpected inspirations might they have had? And so far in the talks I had, not just with, for example, with Eldritch, aka Eric, from the Ether game, but also with other game designers, there's this very wide spectrum of inspirations and reasons to design your own TTRPG. And it's always fun to have these conversations and also bring them onto the show and listen to their stories, which is just great to do.
I mean, it started with Eric, and that was a one-off. And I was like, "Hey, this was really cool and received." And I saw Eric, like me projecting, like feeling validated, feeling seen, because we're celebrating their success with the game and the fact that something they worked on so much made us collectively happy to enjoy and watch. So since then, you've had Ivris from Button Games. She created Drama Llamas, this adorable game where you're in a reality TV show, but you're llamas. This is the Llamaverse. Who else have you had? You had Trick Heroes. What
Exactly.
did he do? Can remind me.
Trick Heroes is a 5e third-party supplement designer and coordinated and wrote on any award-winning supplement Home Field Advantage. And that was a very fun conversation to have, especially for a game like 5e, where I have very clear opinions on from a design perspective. And it was very interesting to have the conversation. But Everest as well for Drama Llamas we had there. And most recently, we had Rich from Hatchling Games for their newest Kickstarter. And all of these designers, they come from different backgrounds and they do their things for different reasons. And so far, every talk I've had with these people has taught me also something new about what it means to create a TTRPG and what is involved in making supplements or complete bespoke games. And it's just fun to get to know these kind of stories and then also sharing them with the people who watch these creator talks.
We have a couple of more lined up. I think next week we have another creator. Should we spoil it? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why shouldn't we? Because I'm
Yeah,
excited about it. We
Yeah.
next week we'll have Giles from Venestra coming on to talk with us. Venestra is a Kickstarter for an adventure setting that is going to actually also launch next week, which is initially 5e compatible, but they are also working on a Pathfinder 2e compatible version. Venestra is a very Roman-inspired setting, but with a lot of interesting magical elements and also interesting twists on classical monsters put into it. I've already had some interesting early conversations with Giles about the setting, and I'm especially curious to see what it means to design the same setting for 2 different games, and what that takes in that conversion in there. And well, I'm always sending messages to other interested creators who might want to come on. If you are watching this and you are making your own games, not just full games, if you write supplements for existing games, but also if you do editing for TTRPGs, or if you do sensitivity reading, proofreading, if you make art for TTRPGs, you're also a creator then. You also add to the hobby in that case. And we want you on the Creator Talk. I want to hear your stories. I want to talk with you and about your work. So if you see this and you want to come on, we just mentioned all the different socials where you can reach us. Hop onto a Discord, send us a message on Twitter, sneak into our DMs, and we'll see if we can have a little conversation. If you want to, I put on a nice tie as well, and you can come on the next Creator Talk.
Yep, it's a limited time offer only. After the next full moon, no more ties. Sorry.
Yes, indeed. My ties are linked to the lunar cycle.
Oh,
Yes, I know.
They are
And-
wear ties.
The more the
waiting for
moon
the stat
grows,
block.
the longer your tie gets.
oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
But
But
then
then
you'd have
the
to-
knot gets bigger. It's a Windsor knot.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, we all know that the moon influences us because there's also the rising tide with
Oh
the
no!
moon.
Oh my
Ah.
goodness!
We have just canceled
Oh,
Creator
boy.
Talk. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But definitely reach out to us,
Yeah.
especially if you're from an underrepresented or marginalized community. I'm really happy that most of our people so far have been beyond North America, which doesn't get as much recognition or hype or love. And like, that's what we're all about here.
Exactly.
You were saying, Caro?
No, I was just saying I died from cringe right now.
It wasn't
To
that.
be
It
fair,
was,
at least he didn't dab during that. That would have been too much.
oh, I'm going to have so many gifts tonight
The
after
rising
tonight.
no, actually not.
Speaking
Oh my
of
God!
cringe, it might not be cringe, but I think it's cute. I'm remembering some of Caro's past performances on the happy hour, which is something else we're going to talk about right now. Krifu, take it away.
Yes, so we've mentioned during the first half how we've all sort of gotten to know each other in a show that is called the EU Happy Hour. The happy hour started during the pandemic over on Manapod Studios, where we couldn't get out and couldn't meet up for drinks also. And so we decided to get together on stream and play drinking games. These days, the happy hour is not as intense as those first few sessions were, but who can blame us? It was the first 8 weeks of the pandemic. Everybody was intense. And 2 years ago, I took the happy hour from the States and rebranded it to the EU happy hour as an attempt to, very selfishly, to get to know people in Europe. And clearly it is working out. So as a part of the merger acquisition process, no, I'm kidding. We're bringing the EU happy hour to Hoard of Tales, which is super, super exciting. The premiere at our new location, as it were, is going to be on September 22nd, Friday, September 22nd. at 8:30 p.m. Central European Time, and Caro and I will be co-GMing a battle royale of sorts with some of the organizers you see here on screen today. But if you're interested in participating in future EU happy hours, please, we're going to be posting out the application form after this meeting and the rest of the week, trying to get as many people to fill that out. So if you've never done a stream or you have done streams and you're trying to do something different, if you're a forever GM who wants to play desperately, this is your chance. Please go ahead and apply, and you too could be here on screen with us.
Exactly. And I
great time.
have
I
to
recommend
say,
it.
yeah, it's so like entry level. That's why I joined in the first place. It's so entry level, so easy to do. It's a one shot usually. It's so fun to do. So please come join. They're so fun. And
Casual to the extreme.
exactly. And as
And
the
different
official
games.
spokeswoman for the EU happy hours, which I have branded myself, I would love it if you had joined and had fun with us. It's so fun. Come on.
I think if we would ever make it that big that we would have our own HQ building somewhere, we would definitely have like a bar where we can have actual live EU happy hour games with like also like a piano in the background, text and everything against the wall, and then even like some kind of presenter goes like, "Hello and welcome to the weekend. It's the EU happy hour."
Nice.
That's me, the EU happy hour ambassador.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everyone.
You need to be like draped over a piano.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. The piano, the grand piano, playing jazz, you know.
Can we get something like this where someone says something at the beginning before we're starting the stream?
That's
Because
we'll
now everyone
talk
knows.
about it.
God damn it.
You know what? That'd be cool. Like a recorded, like audio or video bit, like a stinger.
Yeah.
Let me write it down.
I mean, like an
Write it
intro,
down, write it down.
basically.
Something that goes on in the during the pre-rolls. Absolutely.
See, dear viewers, this is what you get when you put these 6 people together. Even if we're just here on
Exactly.
stream, just presenting ourselves, we're already popping out ideas to also improve. And I think that is testament to the great combination we have here of people together.
I mean, and it's been there from the start. I mean, Krifu even prepared a snippet of previous happy hours, and I'm going to put it on now. So if you, my friends,
smooth
up to the
segue.
stream, want to see it on Twitch, because if I show it to you on the broadcast here, my toaster Chan computer will explode. She's doing her best. So I'm just gonna change some switcheroos here.
All right.
All right. So if you can direct your attention, here we go.
They're the bad guy. They're the bad guy. They're a spy. Ooh, I'm just an innocent corporate stooge. They're fucking aliens trying to kill us.
I said, hello. It's me, Terry. I bring a prisoner.
Rest in peace.
Yikes.
It's just what you're doing isn't optimal to the outcome we're trying to achieve.
We're trying to achieve an outcome?
I couldn't. I panicked. And I ran away.
Can I make a command roll to like calm the major down a little bit?
Be more of a snap out of it.
That is exactly how it works.
And I hate
Silence.
you, Terry.
Don't you love me? Silence you.
No. I got you. Just nuzzle into like ooh's little furry belly.
No. All right.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much, people, for putting that together.
That
What
was
a-
so good.
That was amazing.
Cobbled together from clips that other people had taken and left on Twitch.
Yeah.
Thank you, other people.
No worries.
I think
But-
that also displayed like the range of things that happened on the happy hour. Like
Oh.
there's
People,
people
too.
getting
Yeah.
chased by aliens on there. There's emotional moments of people revealing background from the character, and there's also just good fun and laugh. It's all in there in the happy hour.
Yeah, and what's interesting to see is that all six of us are in there sometimes more than once
Yeah.
in different combinations. And I think that really says a lot about what we're doing here today, is that we've already been working together for on several different projects at this point.
Right.
So it only makes sense that we're doing it all together.
For
Again.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
We'll do it.
and
And
sharing the
honestly,
load.
and honestly,
sharing
it's
the
so
load.
fun. Since I every time I have a meeting, I look around this group, I start smiling wide because it's so like it's such a nice environment, and it's really truly like just people who have their passion and are creating things, and that's just the purest form of joy to me. Like people creating things together and really coming together for one common goal, and it's just really fucking cool. Yay.
So excited.
Yeah, it's really
So yeah, that's
sweet
gonna
to see.
go on all the socials soon, TM. And I hope you audience, watching now, watching in the VOD weeks, months later, get to join us. And like Krifu and we've all said ad nauseum, this is really to uplift the community beyond North America. We love you. A lot of us have connections, are
Yes.
American, but you have a lot. we need some over here.
Yes.
There's so much, there's so many opportunities.
Give us some.
Let us have this.
Yes.
It's better.
Yes.
So that is a happy hour. And what else has happened? Okay, so it's September. There's another channel in our back end starting to pick up steam. And this is something that has been running at Hoard of Tales for some time. I believe this is the third iteration of it, if I'm not mistaken, Carol. Happening this November.
Yes.
Wow.
It's the third time.
And it is a charity initiative because we do TTRPGs. We spent a lot of time and energy in doing into it for our own good, for people to enjoy, which primary, secondary, what have you. But it's also kind of cool that we can take that same energy and use it to raise funds for charities and causes that we care about. And that's what the Shine a Light is. Tell us about what's happening this year's Shine a Light, Carol.
Okay, probably some people of our viewers don't know what the Shine a Light project actually is. So it started as a project to do something for charity, but not in the sense of like, oh yeah, you're basically your own stream and you do somewhat of a stream and try to raise money for a project. But more in a sense of like, hey, what about inviting a bunch of other cool channels, highlighting everyone up in the same process and doing something good in that way. So normally we invite like 5 to 6 different channels, friends of us, or people that we just think like, hey, they're having cool stuff. They are basically on the same line like we are, and they deserve to be in such a project. So and then we are picking up a cool charity that we want to support. The first charity that we supported was for the how's it called? The German Depression Help, because back then the stream was still mainly German. Then the second one was what was the name of last year's charity?
One world, one water, one planet,
No,
one water.
one world, one ocean was
One
it,
ocean.
which was more for an environmental case where they picked up plastic from the oceans, clean water, that kind of stuff. And this year we are going back to the to more social things. So, and we already decided on our charity that we want to support this year, and we are going for the It Gets Better project.
Yay!
We wish.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So excited about it. Yeah.
And the It Gets Better project is basically an organization that helps LGBTQIA youth around the globe. So it's completely international, and they are helping and uplifting, empowering, and connecting them. So, which is super important because not everyone has the base to basically get the connections to it. So, we are very proud about this project for this year. So, yeah.
We've already been in people's PMs. Some people answered us, some haven't. It looks like the HoT team is like gracefully swimming, floating towards the end goal, but our little duck feet underneath are furiously paddling.
Like always.
And that's going to be Saturday, November 4th, if I recall. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All day, by which we mean European, UK time zones, all day. And we're going to have more information on that TM soon, like maybe within a month, because we're still hammering out the details.
Yep.
And anything you can to help, we're really appreciative. If you're in a place to give financially, thank you so much on behalf of It Gets Better as well. All proceeds are going to be going to the charity directly. I do believe, as we did last year, any ad revenue or subs that were also gained on that day will be donated in kind as well.
Yes.
But beyond financial donations, showing up to the stream, chatting, engaging helps because it motivates other people on the Twitch homepage to say like, "Oh, go there! It's popular. It's happening." Yep. Lurking is going to help as well. Sharing our event on whatever socials you come across them, spreading the word is also a massive help. Posting it on your Discord, talking about it in your outros if you're the kind of person who does a third-party promotion on your outros, intros as well. All these things matter and they make a difference. So if you can help us make a difference, that's really cool of you. And if you can't, we're not friends.
Yeah, I mean, you get basically a whole day with content that a bunch of cool people are putting together. We don't know what the content is yet because the creators themselves decide what they want to show. So, but you have a whole day starting from 9 a.m. Central European time to basically midnight, where you just can hop in, hop off, or enjoy the stuff on the side. And it's a Saturday. What else have you to do on a Saturday?
Yeah, you can start the day having breakfast with us together with great TTRPG content. You can come back for lunch and we're still there. And we'll even have you over for dinner. And we promise that you're going to have entertainment through all of the day while also helping a really, really great cause. I cannot stress enough how great everything It Gets Better does has been extremely great projects throughout. They exist for quite a time already, and they've been contributing some really great projects on schools to help LGBTQ alliances on schools, to create information booklets for teenage LGBTQ people. And while I am very much the token straight guy of this group, I grew up with a lot of people in my circle of friends who were struggling with their identity when growing up, and it's through organizations like It Gets Better that these people are helped, that they find who they are, that they can become who they are, and that they also that they are helped on the path there. So help a great organization, enjoy all your lunches and dinners and breakfasts that day with us, and come help on Shine a Light.
Thank you
A
for
damn
sharing that, Marcus.
3-course meal planned out for you. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, what kind of channel offers that, right?
Exactly.
We
I
have
just
all
remember
stream
last
covered.
year, Marcus, we ended with you streaming some Jackbox games.
That's true.
Oh yes,
And that was such a nice way to end that day.
That was dessert.
because- Yeah,
dessert.
yeah, it was the perfect little sweet thing to just wrap everything up and really feel. I really felt like I was with and amongst, friends.
It did felt like really like this final activity you do after you've been physically together, like volunteering an entire day for some kind of project or organization. And last year we also had a great collection and diversity of games, not just games. Like we had, for example, Dungeon Delve. Sorry, we had, for example, Dungeon Delves, our friend of the channel, coming on and doing a live drawing stream on the channel.
That's cool.
and drawing and undressing.
And undressing. Like,
Wait, what?
Completely safe for work. Completely. You can bring your children to this. And to that stream.
You
Taking trash off of the mermaid, if
Exactly.
I remember correctly.
We had
They
Still
transferred to the
undressing.
mermaid.
we had a fun stream of owls like getting together
Oh, the hoot
and
goblins.
the Hoot
Yeah.
Goblins. That was amazing. And of
That
course,
was so
Krifu
cute.
ran an underwater game where there was a really great message at the end of the game.
It was
And
amazing.
that was
Really.
fun. The entire day was fun. And I hope we can have the 4th of November this year be even more fun.
Even funner.
Yes. So that's just a taste of what we have coming at Hoard of Tales. We have long-term, short-term campaigns in the works. We have maybe podcasts coming up in the works.
Yeah.
We have maybe more just chatting streams. We have Ines modeling.
Oh, please. Me doing my makeup on stream? Absolutely. I will. Yes.
Oh, I was just thinking
that's full
standing
time.
there and like
Oh, me
posing.
just standing here, just like, oh.
If you could do a tutorial for like scales, I've been really wanting to learn how to do scales.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought we meant she was gonna paint models or something, but now I'm like, oh,
No,
okay.
it's
All
You know
right.
what?
me
That's also kind
modeling.
of cozy. If someone has like a double camera setup, look, we're already brainstorming and like
That's me hand modeling.
Yeah,
That's me
yeah, yeah.
painting.
Ah, yeah.
I have
there
so
we
many
go.
minis that are naked right now. They need to be dressed.
I feel
Oh,
a
damn
comfy.
it.
I feel a very comfy morning hours stream coming up. Just makeup with Ines, and
Yeah.
we're just
Morning?
the-
No, it would
God.
be like 2 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. It would be the American audience.
You just choose to watch Ines do modeling.
Exactly. Just me being here like, ooh. Like,
Yeah. I'm still up at 2 a.m. I'll paint some models and Ines, you actually model. We'll just-
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Our
I would love
ambassadors
that
to the
design.
Americas.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to throw them some crumbs. They don't have what we have.
Mhm.
Oh, say,
Wow.
can you
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, if any Americans are watching right now, send me cereal. Your cereal is awful, but I want it.
Exactly.
Send me cereal.
Exactly.
We'll eat it. We'll share it. We'll eat it. She'll model. I'll paint models, and we'll
You
both
know
eat Fruit Loops.
You know what? That's
Fruit
even
Loops are
enough.
awful.
The Lucky
I
Charms.
don't
Give
know
me
what
the
it
Lucky
is. Okay,
Charms.
I just
You're better off not knowing. I'm born and raised American, born and raised in New York City. No.
no.
I
I need it. It's like I used to date an American girl, and she would send me cereals, and they would be just like weird, like Blueberry and Franken something and
Yes.
whatever.
Oh,
And they were
love
just
it.
made of like pure sugar, but they were
Count
so
chocolate.
good.
Yeah, it's grain and sugar that you dump into your gaping maw.
Right?
It's
And then
like,
you put sugar on
it's-
it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Plus
we
the
got a
corn syrup.
just chatting stream where we're just gonna eat cereals and chill. So it's the cereal chiller stream where
Oh.
we can
Are you gonna dab
Just-
on that?
Writing
You
that
gonna dab
down.
on that?
we-
You gotta dab on that.
Or cereal and chill, like
Cereal and
Netflix and
chill?
chill, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, it'll be Edith and I eating cereal, modeling whilst
Exactly.
whilst chilling.
Exactly.
I'll be
Wow.
asleep because I'm not doing a 2 a.m. stream.
Etsuko's down. Etsuko in the chat's down. Let's go wants to watch us do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if that's what that's what the hot experience is about. That's what we're all about at Hoard of Tales. And I think this little stream has definitely demonstrably proven what amazing energy the six of us are having, how excited we are for serious things, how excited we are for I don't want to call it not serious because that's not cool, but for the dreams, I'm gonna just call it the fleeting dreams. We're excited for those two, that we're channeling energy into meaningful causes as well, and how we're going to be. I know I'm going to be learning a lot from the new people here. We're going to be skill sharing, and we're going to be bringing up in a lot of cool friends of the channel, friends in the local community, friends who don't get as much coverage representation on other channels or in the TTRPG community as a whole, because of who they are, because of the games they play, because of the games they make or write. I'm so honored. Thank you, everyone, so much.
And I'm so honored that you would trust us with your space and your time and your energy, and I'm so looking forward to this new just this new dynamic that we're creating, and I'm so excited for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said,
do we do little outros?
Let's do a quick round of outros. And is the raid target we talked about earlier still up? I think so.
Yes.
All right. Let's do some outros first, and then we're going to stick around and support super friends of the channel. So let's do it in reverse order. Pan.
Really fine. Okay. I'm so used to being last.
It's because
Hi,
you're
it's
not
me,
gabbing.
Pan.
You would have
I'm
gabbed
coming
your
to get you. These guys can't help you. I'm your nemesis. What's up? It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. I'm really looking forward to this group. More people, more friends, more victims.
Where can people find you, Pan, if you're so inclined?
Oh, for sure. You can find me on, God, where are we now? Twitter, Telegram, not Telegram, Twitter, Blue Sky, flipping Tumblr. God damn. It's almost all of them are Stella Encore, not Stella Roncore.
Stella Runcore.
Stella Rencore.
Stella Rencore.
Not Stella Rencore, like someone thought. It's Stella
Love.
Encore. On all those things, you can find me there. You can hear me on podcasts. You can hear me on the show. Please do say hi. It's always good. I might give you a quick death.
Okay. Marcus.
Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm the individual. I don't give people a quick death usually.
Oh, come on, it's so fun.
But I just make sure that Pan gets wherever he needs to go to do that. You can find me also on practically all the socials that exist. Might have a hard time finding me on MySpace, but you can be found under the Chindividual online. You can find me posting there mostly stuff about the channels that the streams that we do here on Hoard of Tales, and the occasional pictures of my mini painting projects, whatever kind of world building I do, and pictures of my cat. So follow that, and it's been great having all of you here.
A good kitty cat. Inez.
Hello, my name is Inez. I use she, her pronouns, and I am your succubus girlfriend with your consent. You can find me everywhere on the internet at XX Succubus Jeff XX or just Succubus Jeff. My face is everywhere. It's very easy to find me. And most active are my Twitter, my TikTok, my Blue Sky, and I do have an Instagram. I don't post on it frequently, but I've downloaded it again, which might have been a big mistake, but who cares? Yeah, I'm also on Twitch, Succubus Jeff. I stream mostly every day. I'm taking a little break because I've started therapy, all that stuff. I'm shoveling everything around. I'm making sure I'm getting back soon as possible. But I'm a variety streamer. I stream things like Genshin Impact, things like Elden Ring, things like just really cool games that I like, and I just play what I like, and you have nothing to say about it. And I'm also in other streams on Fridays in the early mornings, European early mornings. I have a stream of Vampire the Masquerade over on the Lightfoot Rogue channel, where I play multiple different characters, a whole color cast of characters, very, very fun. And on Saturdays, I'm over on the Misadventurers League in the evenings, European time. Where I play Valerian, who is a Ventru and he's very, very fun, rich, and an asshole. So I think that's all for me. I love you very much. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ines. Krifu.
Hi, I'm Krifu, and quick shout out to the Misadventurers League and Hedgehog in chat. Thank you so much for supporting us. You might have seen him in one of the clips from the EU Happy Hours. I also want to shout out some other heroes for sharing our stuff on Instagram. Thank you so much for the support. There are definitely going to be collaborations in the future. Yes. But for me, Krifu or Krifu Bernal, you can find on primarily Blue Sky and Insta. I try not to be active on Twitter anymore, but I wholeheartedly, please recommend following the New Hoard of Tales Instagram account, because I'm managing it, and all of the wonderful videos and graphics that you see on there are created in-house by Ida. So I'm very happy to have someone making good-looking graphics that I can just sort of post at will and don't actually have to do a lot of the heavy lifting for. It's very nice. And there's a huge backlog of YouTube shorts that you can go to our YouTube now and watch, or you can wait and I will slowly feed them to you through Instagram.
Nice. Good to have you on the team, Krifu. Caro.
Yeah, hey, I'm Caro. You can find me on formerly known as Twitter, where I'm not that active anymore, on Blue Sky and like a bunch of other stuff on the tag Blaine Unrivaled. You can also find me in my most favorite MMO, which is not Final Fantasy. No, I'm not playing that. No, you can find me in video. Come there, try to fight me, get clapped.
Get clapped, noob.
Challenge issued.
Yeah. Other than that, you can find me on various Discord channels, also Hoard of Tales. I'm also producing D&D 5e supplements when I have time, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm doing a lot of shit. So yeah,
Doing a lot of shit, and we appreciate you. And I'm really happy. I'm gonna say for all of us on our behalf, we're happy to be the wind under your wings, because you created the Hoard of Tales channel community support. We can all fly together.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. Big love to you.
And
last,
Ida, where can we find you?
Here in this chair on Earth. You can find me on Twitter, not so much. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky at In the Pan, either with underscores or with dashes, depending on where we are, where I am mostly retweeting or reposting rather things about Hoard of Tales. And you're going to find me talking a lot more about another community I give a lot of my energy to, called Roll for Good. Roll for Good is another European community who specifically, exclusively does charity drives. Our next event is Saturday, October 21st. We are soliciting for GMs for 4 games all day, and all proceeds this event are going to be going for AKT Charity, which is a UK-based charity that supports homelessness for LGBTQ plus young adults. A cause that is very important, and one that we're going to rally the community together. So we're looking for GMs. If you head to Roll for Good on all our socials, you'll find the sign up there. And of course, later on, we're going to be soliciting sign-ups for players as well. People outside North America prioritize, marginalized, underrepresented people, particularly POC, marginalized genders, queer, neurodivergent, disabled, are prioritized. So definitely come on and, you roll for good. You roll. I gave the punchline too fast. Damn.
You got it.
Roll to change the world and save your fantasy world, or come with us and roll to save the literal world. So, that's me. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here in chat with us. Thank you for in the future for anything you're going to do with us. Thank you for receiving us on your numerous channels. We're all in this together as TTRPG creatives and nerds. And on that note, we are going to be rating another amazing friend of the channel, Girls Run These Worlds, and I believe they are playing a game of Witcher. An amazing, amazing game. So please stick around, say hi to them, be good raiders, and we're going to see you soon, TM, here at Hoard of Tales with more content. Thank you so much.
Let's go, hotties. Let's go.
Going to wave your arms, and someone is going to raid us over. So thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.